Mansfield Town 1, Arsenal 2, and fucking hell, it sounds to me like we made a lot of work of that. Um, Now, disclaimer for anyone who might have not seen the match preview that I made, I wasn't able to watch along the game. I had to deal with something in my own personal life, and unfortunately, that blocked me from watching the game today. There's also the Man City game on right now. As things stand, Newcastle's letting me down. But anyways, as a result of me not being able to really watch the game, I do think it's quite unfair for me to give a player rating, or really to give a kind of full-fledged review. This is more so me parroting everything that I've heard. So from my understanding, in this game, that goal that we conceded came from a mistake. I believe they're saying that the mistake came from that youngster, Salmon, was it? Fuck me, no way. Shit, no, Newcastle, man. Don't do that to me. Yeah, no, apparently the mistake itself came from that youngster, Salmon, and we basically gave them, from what I'm told, we gave them a one-on-one opportunity with the goalkeeper, and they took it. And then they equalised, we're 1-1, and you're thinking, oh shit, Arsenal all over again. We never make it easy, even against Mansfield. But I do have to give respect to Mansfield, because it sounds to me like Mansfield really did give us a game. That is a fucking good header. But it sounds to me Mansfield really did give us a good game, and I have to respect that. For a League One team to go up against the Premier League leaders and put in a performance, even if it's just the B team that they're up against, that's still something. And then of course Eze, he's got the goal in the 66th minute, and again, from what I'm told, it's an absolute screamer of a goal, absolutely thunderbolted it in. But looking at these, whoops, I've clicked the wrong one. I've clicked the wrong one twice. Okay, that's a bit awkward, but fine. Looking at these stats, and this is interesting to me, 66.5% possession to their 33.5. They had 18 shots, we had 19. They had 5 shots on target, we had 8. They had 1 big chance missed, we had 4. They had 4 corners, we had 8. And then after that, it's just a series of passes, pass accuracy, no one cares about that. Well, I don't really particularly care about that anyways. At least not in this kind of game. But I want to focus more on these stats here. The shots on target, and the big chances missed. Because this tells me, really, that we could have been absolutely out of sight in this game. And we should have apparently been absolutely out of sight. Apparently, we've missed sitters. But 19 shots and only 2 goals produced is quite bad. And out of those 19 shots, only 8 were on target. And out of those 8 shots on target, only 2 were put in the back of the net. But the other thing I want to focus on is Mansfield Town, 18 shots on target. Sorry, 18 shots, 5 on target, 1 big chance missed. That sounds to me like they did give us an absolute game. They didn't make it easy for us whatsoever. Either that, or we really just let them in the game. And look, one way or the other, as I said before, credit to Mansfield. However, looking at the chances we had, especially considering the quality that we supposedly have, I feel like there's something missing right now for this Arsenal team. There's something missing, something that we really should be looking to patch. These opportunities that we're creating, we've got to start putting them away. We've got to start putting them away, putting teams to bed, good night, move on. And I can understand and respect pragmatic wins, professional performances, just getting the 3 points over the line or getting through to the next round. I can understand that. But against Mansfield, no disrespect to Mansfield, but that is a concern for me. I am a bit worried about that. And then, of course, I understand we were playing youngsters as well, and the likes of Max Dowman, who apparently ran his socks off and he had a brilliant performances. A lot of people already have been comparing him to a generational talent. And look, if he's a generational talent, I'm all in. You know, Haaland creates a lot of generational talents now. Still, it does worry me, this game. As I said, I didn't see the game. I didn't see what tactics we implemented. I didn't see the chances themselves. I'm only parroting what I'm hearing. Now, I intended to look at the report of this, and hopefully find some player ratings so I could get a rough idea of how individual players were. But I couldn't find any player ratings on anything. That's annoying to me, so I don't think it's fair for me to give my player ratings because I didn't watch it. I didn't see what happened. But another thing that does concern me as well. Apparently, 2 of our players got injured in this game. Who were they again? I'm trying to find out now. Not transfers, but it was Trossard and I think Calafiori. Yeah, Trossard and Calafiori. Apparently, it says here Calafiori's done his hamstring, which is always bad news. And Trossard, they're not quite telling us what's gone wrong with him yet. I know nothing about these injuries. I didn't know how it looked. That is a beautiful goal. Right, well, Man City's through to the next round. Anyways, as I was saying, Ricardo Calafiori, hamstring injury, that's going to be problematic. Leandro Trossard, I don't know. We need to hope for the best on that one. And this is the kind of stage where we can't afford to get these injuries. A few of these injuries were bad enough already. Getting William Saliba in that kind of injury was already bad enough. Getting Mikel Merino to be out for the rest of the season, that's pretty bloody bad. Even Ben White getting a knock, that's quite bad news for us. But Ricardo Calafiori and Leandro Trossard now, that's not good. I'm getting a bit worried about these injuries. And I don't even know the injuries that Man City has, because let's be honest, Man City's the one that are rivaling us right now. Rico Lewis, Max Allen, Mateo Kovacic, Gardival. Okay, they have a few injuries as well, but these injuries we've got, we need to watch them now. This is exactly what I think cost us last season. These kind of injuries. And granted, we have a better squad now than we did last season. But still, there is every reason to be concerned. Not necessarily doubtful, but concerned. Injuries like these, if we keep picking them up, we're going to lose the key players, we're going to drop the points. But, anyways, as things stand, I don't know the extent of most of these injuries. So hopefully we can get players back very early. Barest minimum at the end of the month. But our next games that we've got coming up, Bayern Leverkusen, and then Everton. City should have been 4-1 up there. Bayern Leverkusen, Everton, Bayern Leverkusen again, and then Man City at Wembley Stadium. It's going to be a big month for us, and we need to get things done. Now, we've already done part of the job this month by getting through to the next round of the FA Cup. But we still have to get our feet dug in now. We need to ensure that we move on to the next round of the Champions League knockout stage, get the 3 points off of Everton, and hopefully get the first piece of silverware against Man City. But regardless, all I know now is that we've got, I wouldn't say a mountain to climb, but we've got to look out now for these injuries. We've got to get over this kind of period of our players being injured. Anyways, there's going to be no player ratings today. As I said, it would be unfair of me to give any individual player ratings from not watching the game. But I hope you enjoyed regardless. Like, share, and comment, and please do subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And I will see you for the match preview for Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal. Goodbye for now.